Hey there, if you're interested in acrobatics, floor movement, creating movement sequences and generally moving in a dynamic, joyful and creative way, then you're definitely on the right channel. Let's directly jump into this video where I'm going to show you 3 cool acrobatic skills that you can practice in isolation as cool skills, but then also you can try to put them into nice little sequences, nice little flows. Let's go. Let's start with the very first movement, which is kind of like a low cartwheel with an extra spin. It's a great beginner's element, and later on throughout your acrobatic journey you can use this skill to build many cool, for example, arching moves from it. And here's how we learn it. So the move starts in a very wide squatting position. Already here you are closer towards the floor and it's easier to go for the cartwheel. Now, instead of thinking about a cartwheel where the legs go all the way up, you can really just focus on sliding them around your body from one side to the other side, back into this wide leg standing position. In order to add this pivot, this turn at the end, what we can do is stop the movement when we take the first step. Now from this position, we are already in a great setup in order to spin 360 degrees around ourselves. The next step should be rather intuitive. We try to combine the spinning with the low cartwheel, directly transferring the slow circular momentum into the spin. The second movement I like to call the reverse Jaguar. It feels very floaty, and just like in the previous one, we can use this later on to really go for much more complex, intricate and interesting acrobatics. Once again, we have the same starting position, just like from the first element. This time, we take a step and only then place the hands. So you can simply practice this, taking a step, placing the hands. And the step is very low, very circular. And I'm going to place my hands in the direction of the step. From here, I will perform what is called in capoeira a meia lua kick. It's a kick from this position where I'm now using the other leg to kick up and around back into a landing position. The only thing left to do now is add a nice little jump just when we go for the kick. Just a little bit, hover across the floor and you have your reverse Jaguar. And lastly, we got the third element. I like to call it the Cortado. It's a great element, it's a lot of fun, takes a little bit more courage and strength, but usually it's quite beginner accessible. We can already start out in this diagonal stance from right leg supporting all the way to my left arm. I really try to extend my hip upwards, maybe even reaching backwards. You can perform repetitions or you can just hold this position. Let's make it more dynamic. Instead of just going up, this time you're really jumping upwards. My left leg is extended, I'm throwing the left leg up and placing it back on the floor in order to land back in a standing position, swinging my right arm with it. We still have a leg change to do. In order to practice this, what we can do is again a static variation like from before, but this time I am going onto my diagonal leg, but now I'm stepping over and I'm holding this diagonal position. And lastly, putting everything back together. Let's now try to swing up this left leg right here, jump over with the right one and land back in standing. If you want to learn this one, the Cortado in depth, click on this link and you will be directed to a 45-minute follow-along class where I break this one down in full detail and offer a lot of variations. Let the games begin. Let's try to piece all of these three elements together and create a little movement flow. We actually start with the second element, the backwards Jaguar. Taking a step, going for the Jaguar. Upon landing, we directly continue with our little first element, this little cartwheel with the extra spin. After landing, I will circle back down onto the landing leg. I will shift my weight onto my hand. Now comes a little bit of a tricky part, but once you get it, it feels very good. I load my leg and my arm in order to free the left leg. Now I switch the weight back onto this side in order to go for the third element, the Cortado. In order to round up this video and let go a little bit of these very finely tuned technical ideas, I propose a round of open improvisation, of free movement. Put on a song for about 3 minutes and freely move to the song, going into the floor, out of the floor, and trying to put all of these three elements, maybe even the sequence, to good use. Alright, I hope that you found some flow and I hope that you enjoyed learning these skills. If you want to learn more about acrobatics and dive deeper into this practice, which is so joyful, so enriching, then I'd recommend you to check out my Finding Flow online programs. Currently there is 3 of them, one for beginners, Finding Flow the Basics program, then there is the Integrations program where we already dive deeper into the subject matter, and then there is the Big Acrobatics Lab. It's perfectly suited for intermediate practitioners or practitioners with experience already in dance, parkour, acrobatics. You can dive deep and really enjoy a lot of cool concepts, a lot of cool techniques, sequences there. Everything is to be checked out on www.neilteisner.shop. And as always, coming through these YouTube videos, you can use the link YouTube10 for a 10% discount. Everything else you will find in the video description. If you liked this video, simply write a comment and let me know. And also let me know if you want to see other videos. I definitely will read them and will reply to them. Also, subscribe to this channel as there will be coming weekly videos on all things movements, from breakdowns, collaborations, insights, practice tips, so on and so forth. But that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed it and see you next time.